Are you ready to be famous? Yeah. Hey everyone, it's Audrey, and this video is going to be all about my pets. So I did a poll on my Instagram stories about what videos you guys wanted to see, and a lot of you said that you wanted to hear the story about my pets. This is my dog Ace, and then I also have a cat named Cat. I'm going to try to get her to get in my video later, but I think I'm going to start with Ace. Ace is a rat terrier and he's 11 years old. We actually got him in 2007, and it's kind of a long story. I was with my family. We were on a road trip to Las Vegas, and my brother was playing video games in the car. I think he had one of his consoles plugged in and he blew a fuse. My dad was pretty upset about it. So my dad decided to go around, find an auto shop or the car dealership for the car that we were renting at the time. My mom took my brother, sister, and I to the pet store. It was just a random pet store that we found wherever we were, and we were looking at the Yorkies. My mom actually doesn't like big dogs. She actually has a fear of them. So we were just looking at the little dogs. We had no intention of buying one at all, but I think the family kind of wanted a dog. When my mom saw the Yorkies, she thought they were really cute. My dad eventually came into the pet store once he found the fuse for the car, and he was so not into the Yorkies. So my dad is actually the one that found Ace. Ace actually has 3 other sisters, or it might be 4. Ace caught my dad's eye because he was standing on top of a bucket, and then his sisters were kind of surrounding the bucket, but they were all fighting one another. It sounds like a fake story, but it's actually a true story. So Ace was just on top of the bucket. My dad thought that that meant he was really smart because he was avoiding conflict. My dad asked if we could check him out, and I was the first to hold him, and he kind of did what he's doing right now. Ace is a very loving dog, so when you hold him, he kind of just leans into you. It was honestly love at first hold. I don't want to say sight because we were looking at other dogs at the time, but we all kind of took turns holding Ace, and he's just really sweet. He's always been a very sweet dog. Very mellow too. He's always just kind of been like this. When we were driving home from Las Vegas, my parents really wanted to name him something that started with an A because my brother and my sister and I all have names that start with A: Audrey, Aaron, and Amber. So my brother actually came up with Ace's name. He got inspired by the fact that we were driving home from Las Vegas. So that's what his name is. He's like a little Ace. Raleigh, can you bring me Cat?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just hang out here. Oh. Hello, baby girl. Oh. So this is Cat. She is 5 years old, and she's actually a stray, so I don't know what kind of breed she is. I think she's just a tabby cat, but she is a little bit freaked out right now. I think I'm gonna let her go. I have cat hair all over my face now. So Cat is kind of a different story. My coworker at the time, she actually found Cat underneath her porch. She had a lot of big dogs, so she couldn't keep her. My mother-in-law is a vet, so I volunteered to pick the cat up and just kind of see if I could find it a home. I actually did not like cats at the time. I've always had a fear of them because I got bit by one when I was younger, so I've kind of always not really liked cats. It's kind of a funny story because when I met my husband for the first time, he had 4 cats at his house, and it really freaked me out. So when I went to pick up the cat, I asked my husband, he was my boyfriend at the time, if he would come with me because I didn't want to hold the cat. I was really afraid it was going to scratch me. Once Raleigh held Cat for the first time, she actually climbed into his shirt, and he thought it was so cute that he turned around to me and said that he was not going to give it up. And that was fine. It was going to be his cat, and I kind of just it was just a fear, a phobia, I guess, that I had. I want to say that when she turned 2, that we finally started to get more comfortable with each other. I think because I was kind of steering clear of her, she didn't really want to be near me either. She finally felt comfortable enough to sleep on me, and I guess one morning I just kind of woke up and saw her sleeping on me, and then I started to pet her. I started to pet her more often. I kind of started to pick her up the way that I like to carry Ace, and now I just love her so much. I actually love cats now just because of her. She's really the sweetest cat ever, but she's a really big scaredy cat. Anytime that anyone comes over, she just hides, so no one really knows how sweet she is because she only wants to be around me, Raleigh, and Ace. So we named her Cat because it's kind of a combination of Kit Kat, which is her nickname, and also the cat from Breakfast at Tiffany's. They get along really well. They actually love each other a lot. They cuddle a lot. The only thing is sometimes Cat wants to play, so she can be a little bit rough with him, and every now and then she'll kind of scare him. She'll kind of like nibble on his neck sometimes, and he'll yelp and he'll be afraid, and he'll kind of jump up into one of our laps. So it's a little sad, but she's just playing around. Other questions I get are if Cat eats our plants. She actually doesn't. I don't know how or why she learned that, because when she was a kitten, she actually used to take all of my succulents out of the pots, and she would just leave soil everywhere. I don't really know what happened, but one day she just decided she didn't like plants anymore. Now she just completely leaves them alone. Any of our plants that are toxic to dogs or cats, I'll kind of just put them outside or put them where I know she can't get to, but she really just leaves them alone. She doesn't care at all. Oh, and because Ace is an old dog, he actually is blind in his left eye. It kind of scares him a little bit. He's not as active as he wants to be because I think he's afraid to run into things. So we're just really careful when we take him out, just because he's kind of afraid of shadows. If it's too dark, he doesn't really want to walk, and he is also afraid of the stairs. So we have to carry him up and down the stairs. I think that's all I'm going to say about Ace and Cat. I think I'm going to do a little montage of some video clips of them so you can get a feel for their personality. I hope you enjoy the montage, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.